All right, Shalom. Kohalayim La, Yahaba Shem Hawashai Bashem Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well for teaching me the truth. And salutations to the hopeful elect. You brothers out there in the four corners of the world, pushing the truth with all righteousness and sincerity. And to you few sincere sisters who bow yourselves to Israelite men, to your Israelite husbands, for the saving of your souls, okay, until your salvation. To you, I say Shalom. This is Kaya here, coming back at you with another video. And I'm doing this video based on this this YouTube clip that I was looking at. Let me go back to my library. Here it is.
New Febreze Unstoppables Touch Fabric Spray. Just shake and spray to unlock touch-activated scent technology. Hours or even days later, enjoy bursts of freshness with every touch. For long-lasting freshness, grab new Febreze Touch.
Right, here it comes.
Trinity not saying anything.
Here it go.
Angela, who's from nearby Woolwith, gave birth to Namachi at Queen Mary's Hospital in Sidcup, and doctors there have informed her parents that Namachi is absolutely not an albino. Ben, who moved to the United Kingdom with his wife 5 years ago and now works for Southeastern Trains, explained that his daughter doesn't seem like an albino child either, not like the ones I've seen back in Nigeria or in literature.
All right, so now y'all see these Jakes right here. They had a child. These are Jakes from Nigeria. Okay, we still do have people on the west side of Africa when we was fleeing Roman persecution. So there's still Israelites over there on that side of the land, really all over the land, but mainly on that side. Again, fleeing Roman persecution. So these Jakes, and I believe they live in Europe now or whatever the case is. They give birth to a blue eyes, blonde hair baby. Okay, with non-melanated skin. All right. And through the spirit, brothers already know what I'm about to go into, okay, concerning the situation with Esau, in the scriptures, pursuing the Genesis, the 25th chapter. And the reason why I'm bringing this out is because, okay, Jake is and every single race of people, okay, has come from dark skin, man. Okay, every single race of people came from dark skin. When you read the scriptures, like when you read Genesis, all right, you had our forefather Abraham. All right, many nations, a multitude of nations came from his loins, man. Okay, many nations came from his loins. Okay, and before Abraham, there was Noah. A few lines of the heathen, okay, came from his loins as well. Like what's his name? Ishmael. Ishmael came from No, I believe Ishmael was Abraham's son. But the point is, many nations came from our forefathers. Okay, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and even before that, Noah. Any prophet, anybody that Yahweh Shema shall have mercy on. Okay, that's where lineage just was coming out of. Okay. And so we created the nations that we have today, man. Okay, Ishmael, which is the so-called East Indian, okay, or the Arab, all right, Moab, Ammon, or Ben Ami, okay, which are the so-called Chinese and Japanese, Japhet, which are the I believe the Aborigines and the Samoans, and et cetera, so on and so forth. Even Esau, the so-called white man, okay, all of these nations came from people of color. Okay, so it's not really a surprise when this rare occurrence happens to where a clean leopard baby comes from the loins of a dark skinned couple, man. All right, it's not really a surprise here. The same thing happens in nature. Okay, but this is essentially the origin of Esau, the so-called white man, because I'm gonna just go ahead and go to it through the spirit. Okay, let me get this in the book of Genesis 25 and 25. I'm gonna start up some. Let me see. Genesis 25 and 21. It says, "And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren, and the Lord Yahweh was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived." So if you know the story, Yes, Rebecca, she was barren for a while, and Isaac begged the Lord, for a child out of her. All right, verse 22, it says, and the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. All right, it says, and the children, okay, so what? It was two children inside of her womb. All right. And the Lord said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. Okay, so this right here is the separation between the two children. Okay, and there's a reason why Yahweh Shai did that. Okay. Yes, Esau, the so-called white man, he is our brother biologically. All right, but spiritually, he's not, man, because the Lord separated him from us. Okay. And the Lord, and if you continue to read on the scriptures, the Lord, developed a hatred towards Esau. Okay, and this really goes all the way back to Cain, but I'm not trying to go that deep. Okay, I'm just trying to get to the point. All right, it says, two nations are in thy womb. So two individual nations was inside of Rebekah, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red all over like an hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, the name Esau goes back to the Hebrew word Ashashua, which means wasted away is he. Okay, and then later his name got called Edom, which means red. All right, because when you look at, and I'm gonna pull this up too. All right, when you pull up Esau Edom on Google, all right, this is the first that pops up. Okay, this is a book. Who is Esau Edom? Look, you see a bunch of crackers up there, man. All right, you see a bunch of crackers up there. You don't see Jake. All right. It says two nations separated at birth. Yeah, this picture right here. Okay, accurate depictions of both Esau and Jacob. All right. Both of them wasn't born looking like so-called white people. Because when you read further on, matter of fact, let's just go ahead and do that. It says, and the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. Okay, so that was his vivid description. Okay, they described him for a particular reason. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. Okay. So Isaac was 60 when Rebecca bare Jacob and Esau. All right. So now notice they didn't give a description, okay, a color description of Jacob, because Jacob came out looking like everybody else. All right, but Esau didn't. Esau came out what? Red all over like a hairy garment, man. Okay, which means he lacked pigmentation. Now, and I tried to go into the word red, you know what I'm saying, in the Masood Bible app, but it came up red, ruddy. Okay, and if I'm not mistaken, ruddy is incorrect to describing the features of Esau, the so-called white man. Okay, because ruddy, and the elders broke it down, ruddy just means light skin. Okay, King David was ruddy. He wasn't red. He was ruddy. He was just a light fair skinned Jake. Okay, but the term light skin ain't in the scriptures. All right, so it's just like, again, you got to be spiritual when you read this book, man. All right, it says, verse 27, it says, and the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field. Okay, and you see that today with I'm gonna look these guys up real quick. Duck Dynasty. All right, like when you look at shows like this, all right, this is Esau Edom, man. This is how Esau looked. All right, this is the seed of Esau right here. All right, these hunters, these men of the field, and things of that nature. Okay, so Yahweh Shem Shah, he separated the twins, and they became two manner of people. All right, so they're not on the same accord. All right, it says, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. Yeah, that word plain means perfect. Okay, so he came out again looking like everybody else. He was regular. Okay, but that was the point on that. Let me go to this article. All right, and I'm gonna just jump to the point. Okay, the title of it says "Birth of White Baby to Black Parents, Geneticists Intrigued." All right, it says a Black Nigerian couple have given birth to a white baby with blonde curly hair and blue eyes. The girl's appearance has prompted several theories as to its genetic cause. All right, and I'm gonna jump down. What was it? Uh, I'm gonna jump down to this albinism paragraph. It says albinism affects 1 in 20,000 people. Okay, and when you look at albino people, they look like this. All right. So this is not what Esau looked like. This is also a genetic mutation. Okay, but this is not what Esau, the so-called white man, looked like. Okay. Again, it said he came out red. Oh, I mean, this is close. Okay, but again, the scripture said he came out red all over like a hairy garment. A hairy garment. Okay. He was a clean leper. Okay. White people are not albinos. I mean, I guess in a sense they are. I don't really know how to like explain it, but they ultimately they lack pigmentation, man. Okay, it says albinism affects 1 in 20,000 people and is graded from type 1 to 4. In type 2, we would see creamy skin and yellow hair or light brown, which in some cases would darken with age, added Professor Jackson. Both parents could have been carrying the genes for albinism without it having surfaced in any family members for many years. Okay, but again, when you it says this is perhaps one of the most common recessive disorders in Nigeria, and we have to remember that it comes in different forms. Yeah, because albinism and clean leprosy, which is essentially what Esau is, a clean leper. Okay, when you look at it as at a spiritual aspect, how about Shimon did that for a reason. And again, when you read later on in the story, okay, you see why Esau was hated of the Lord, all right, because he became a killer. Okay, he pursued Jacob with destruction, with death and destruction perpetually, and he's doing that to this very day. Okay, he's doing that to this very day, and you see it all over the world, man, because wherever Jake is, okay, Esau or the other nations, but mainly Esau, namely Esau, the so-called white man, is oppressing our people wherever we are. Okay, so there's no escaping this damn devil until the Lord come back. All right, look at the ghettos, man. Look at the projects. All right, look at our food. They throw fast food restaurants in our neighborhoods. Okay, and make it affordable, extremely affordable for us to buy and eat. So we can continue to poison ourselves, man. That fast food shit ain't real food. Okay, but going back to the point, I digress. Going back to the point, okay, Esau Edom, okay, the so-called white man, he's a clean leper, man. Okay. Again, this is how he looks. These are the true Edomites today, man. All right, these are the true Edomites today. Okay, the cavemen. All right, when you look at the I don't I don't remember if it was Progressive or Geico. No, yeah. I think it was Progressive. I don't know. It was one of those two auto insurance commercials, but they got the caveman. Okay, and that's Esau the so-called white man. He's a damn caveman. All right, but I just wanted to pull that out through the spirit, man. I saw it, and I was just like, let me just go ahead and do a video on it, man. So through the spirit, hopefully this helps you understand more, about where Esau Edom comes from. All right, his origin, how he was truly born. All right, so with that being said, I'm gonna say shalom.